in which you will succeed in life, there are three main things. There is awareness, there is belief, there are principles within the model. If you're going to become a lawyer, we have a SAN here, an SAN here. Even though he was aware that he wanted to be a lawyer, a barrister, he had belief in himself and in his lecturers, but he obeyed the principles within the model of law. He wasn't writing fine arts when he was writing his exam. He wasn't drawing the picture of Chinua Achebe in constitutional law. There are principles within each model. That's how life runs. If you understand what we want to start teaching you, you won't envy anybody. And you will never be poor again. I didn't pray. Understanding, my people are destroyed. Not for lack of prayer and fasting. For lack of awareness, knowledge. And remember, there are things we will never know except we are taught. Mystery. Is that not the way we have been raised to see and relate with God? When God prefers that we come boldly, Hebrews 4:16, onto the throne of grace. Because we are so used to Ogun, the wicked God, and Oshun, and fire, oh yeah, and what have you. Is that not the way we have been trained to come before God? That when you come to church, you must be sanctified. Why are they dancing like that? Why? Why are they jumping up? What's wrong with it? What's going on? The noise is too much. You better come back to planet Earth and understand what we're talking about. Because culture affects your conditioning. We were taught the fear of God, but not the love of God. So we dwell more in the fear of God. Thou shalt not wear jewelry, thou shalt not this, thou shalt be tight, thou shalt, but not the love of God. If you love him, so I'm not berating that. If you love God, you will not deliberately want to hurt him. That's how my husband and I raised our kids. We raised them from the perspective of positivity. Not, that is coming, run, come here. Even when we want to beat them, my husband will explain from the perspective of positivity and possibility. We're looking at life this morning. The mystery of life. The mystery called life. What is a mystery? I just tried to explain. So let's move on to life. Something that is difficult to understand. Seems impossible to explain. So you wonder why a 1-day-old baby dies while a 90-year-old woman is still alive. Is that not a mystery? Why a woman will say, I went to bed as a woman and woke up as a widow. And you look at her and say, oh, she's young. How do you explain that? How do you explain why cancer will hit somebody that is very useful and leave a madman? Mystery. While an irresponsible drunk and an abuser is walking around, and cancer will hit someone that is so useful. Mystery called life. Many things have conditioned us to begin to see life as a mystery. But Genesis chapter 2 and verse number 7, the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils, the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Every breath that you breathe, everybody please, maybe your palm or the back of your palm, just breathe into it. Breathe on it. You better breathe. It's a privilege to be able to breathe. Every breath is a blessing. Breathe. That's a blessing. Breathe. That's money. Breathe. That's wealth. Breathe. That's wisdom. You're breathing. Every breath is golden. Every breath is life. No breath is a mistake. So every time you breathe, God breathed into you. Is God a failure? No. So how can you be a failure? How can you be poor? When we get to the fellowship, we will explain how people became poor. We all became poor. There are a minimum of 25 things that led us there. I'm not touching that today. We were not, when he breathed into us, he didn't breathe poverty. He didn't breathe sickness. And he breathed into the two nostrils. He said nostrils, plural. He breathed into us. Every breath is a blessing. And Genesis chapter 2 verse 8, and the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man when he had formed. So after he breathed into you, the next thing he did was to plant a garden and to put you there. We're talking about finance, and we're tracing this from the Bible. God breathed wisdom to you. He breathed ability stability to you. He breathed gold into you. He breathed money into you. He breathed life into you. And then he puts you in a garden and says, dress it and keep it. And inside that garden, treasures. Let me jump and say, to be wealthy, find your garden. I only jumped. Let's continue. You were born naked, but you were not born empty. Look at your organs. Even your organs. A mystery. The tiniest, the smallest organ of the body is the pineal gland, and it is located near the center of the brain. Isn't God amazing? The largest organ is your skin. The fattest organ is your brain. Your brain has 60% fat. We're talking about the mystery called life, and we're connecting it to finance, life and finance. So your brain is your modus operandi. Your brain is the gift that God puts on your inside to operate here on earth. Your brain is what God has given you to create the life you want. Nobody is the reason for your success or failure. People can encourage you, people can inspire you, but nobody. That is why the entitlement mentality is wrong, and you cannot afford to continue to feed it. Beloved, help people, but don't inherit their problem. Remember, I jokingly tell you, the day you got married, the day you slept with your wife, your child told you that he will need school fees. If nobody told you. So, 6 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 17 years down the line, if you are begging for school fees, you didn't live well. I don't care, you can stone me, but it's the truth. Hey, why is she talking like that? Isn't that because God has helped her? The same God can help you. And I don't owe you anything. If I give you anything, it's because I chose to give you. Stop dangling entitlement mentality and stop blackmailing me. Stop blackmailing people that help you. After all, is it not because of us that God blessed us? No. It's not because of you, it's because of me. God blessed me because of me and gave me a brain to decide how I spend my money. It's the truth. It may be bitter, but it's the truth. That's why ungrateful people are evil. I don't owe you nothing. I do not owe you nothing. Because you have between 10 and 14 billion cells in your brain, just like I do. So go use it.